Wrong show.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Developing Palates. I'm Aaron Loomis coming to you from the Drew Estate Studios. With me today is Jiunn, Seth, guys, John McTavish. How you guys doing this evening?
Doing well, man.
Doing good. I gotta say, now that we've got this stupid Zoom announcement feature, which my wife uses for her job as well, it is the single stupidest thing that any telecommunications software company has done in the last 2 years. It is unbelievably stupid. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
What does it say again?
This meeting is being recorded.
And it's not even like that it announces every time. Oh, and by the way, if you pause the recording, every time you pause, it yells the recording's being paused.
Wait.
And then if you unpause it, it yells the recording is unpaused. And the fact that it's at like 150% volume is just absurd.
They probably
My
had to
work
do it.
one
They
doesn't do
probably-
it though.
They probably had to do it for legal reasons.
Yeah, if you have a corporate account, June, you can.
Corporate account.
Yeah.
Isn't this through Coop?
Yeah, I'll have to look at the settings, see if I can
It's
turn it
probably-
off.
What
probably
kind of
Coop.
a bullshit subscription do you subscribe
What
to?
do you? No, it's Coop.
God,
Coop
don't
is
you make
so-
enough money in ad revenue? God.
He just follows all the regulations.
Coop is corporate, man. Cigar Coop has an HR department, man.
Yeah, his wife.
Probably should have an HR department. You know what I'm
Probably
saying?
should. We should have an HR department.
We should
June,
definitely have an HR
sure.
department.
June, do you want to
We'd all
the
be
chair of
fired, though.
HR?
Yeah,
We'll be left.
I-
Except for the HR department.
All of us would be on path right now, and one of us would have been suspended already. So
Well,
All right, so
June's
today
the
we are
damn
talking about the
supervisor.
Diamond Crown Pyramid number 7. Cigar's a Torpedo 6 3/4 by 54. Comes out of the Tabacalera A Fuente factory in the Dominican Republic. Wrappers U.S. Connecticut shade, binder and filler both from the Dominican Republic. The price point is $20.70, and the cigar was originally released in 1995. So this is a long-standing blend.
Were these $20 in 1995? I don't listen.
that's a good question.
I've never looked at really Diamond Crowns when I went to buy cigars, and I don't, and that's nothing against Diamond Crowns, but I would be curious to know what these like retail prices were in 1995, if that's what they are now. I'd be interested.
If you know the retail price of a Diamond Crown number 7 or Diamond Crowns in general in 1995, please comment on our YouTube channel or on our review site.
That's right. All right, June, take us through your overall experience with this cigar.
Okay. I thought it was overall pretty good for no idea what this tastes like back in 95 because I was still on mother's milk. No, I wasn't. I just wanted to say mother's milk. Okay. Anyways.
You guys stay latched a little bit longer. When I say you guys, I don't mean Asians. I mean Missourians.
Awkward.
Missourians.
Did I? I gotta ask my mom. I wouldn't
You
doubt it.
weren't. You weren't. No, there's no
Still like nipples. Anyways, okay. So from this cigar, I got a lot of natural sweetness, a lot of good creaminess. It was very like it's what I like out of a typical Connecticut shade. Like it's easygoing, medium strength, a lot of sweetness, a lot of creaminess, just a little bit of pepper, and it's just that's essentially what I think. Okay, what kind of a cigar do I want, right? Especially when I think about like first cigar of the day, which is going to be a long smoking day. Happy to pick this up, minus the fact that it's kind of a long smoke.
What was your
Flavor-wise,
what was your smoking time on this, June?
You know what, man? I used to clock it, but I've smoked so many shitty reviews that it just got really depressing. Clock cigars, so I stopped clocking it.
Fair enough.
But it was long. It was super long. Like I think I watched at least a movie and a half on this. I was watching Man of Wrath.
Kind of right on that one.
All right, Seth, what was your experience like?
Yeah, lots of white pepper, cream, earth notes. It really delivered kind of that really old school Connecticut, which I did not care for, which is why I never smoked old school Connecticut's until they started making more modern day Connecticut's, which I guess are just everyday Connecticut's to some of the new people now. I don't know. So yeah, it's just white pepper, cream, cedar, a little bit of earth. It just very dry. I thought it smoked like an old school Connecticut with a lot of DR tobacco.
All right, John, what was your experience like?
I mean, I thought Seth liked DR tobacco. The nice thing about a cigar like this is everyone talks all the time about how, Jiunn doesn't like big cigars or Jiunn this and Jiunn that. And the funny thing is
I
that,
love big cigars. I love
right.
all size cigars.
So the what makes me laugh about that is that Jiunn and I's palate will intersect so often. I think this is a perfect example of that, where the moment I lit this up, I'm like, oh man, this takes me back to when somebody could put out a decent Connecticut shade and it didn't have to be super strong. It was just super creamy and natural sweetness. It wasn't adulterated tobacco. It was just nice and great, and dare I say, had like a creme brulee kind of flavor to it, like just that nice little bit of caramelized sugar, natural sweetness. I really enjoyed that. Now, I will back Seth up on this. It did definitely have some dryness to it. There's no question. And I think that kind of comes part and parcel with Connecticut Shade. And it did have a little bit of that kind of dry hay, which also comes with Connecticut Shade. But what they did well, which I really appreciate when you make a good Connecticut Shade, is that the sweetness counterbalanced that. So it was harmonized, and they didn't have to put really strong tobaccos in it to do it. So, yeah, it was good. Overall, it was good for me. Burn was pretty much perfect, although it had I had to do a slight touch up, and draw was perfect, which I suppose at that price point, you probably should have a pretty perfect construction. Otherwise, you're doing something wrong. Aaron, walk us through your Diamond Crown Pyramid number 7 experience.
Yeah, I'm going to bridge the gap between the Jays and Seth. The cigar had a really nice flavor profile, but the dryness of the oak was a bit of a detractor for me. If the dryness wasn't there, the rating for the first 2/3 would have both been up a level. So it would have been a really good review experience. The dryness was just kind of, it just made my attention kind of fall off from the cigar. It was just a bit of a bummer there. I had a little bit of a burn issue where like a quarter of the wrapper just didn't want to burn. So I had this like long stretch where like just like one side just didn't want to burn for me, but not that big of a deal. Price point's quite high. If the cigar could dodge that dryness, I would be all about it. But with that dryness, I just can't see that. I'm gonna go back to this.
Robot time. Welcome to the robot time.
Am I back?
It's always crazy
All right,
that
go ahead,
always
Aaron.
happens. And
Yeah.
It's always different times.
Yeah, I know.
Always different times.
Yeah, so the price
blame
point,
Zoom.
it made me think twice about coming back to this one because of that dryness. If the dryness wasn't there, it'd be great. All right, so let's get into the scores. I'm going to start at the top with John at 6.72. Jiunn was right behind at 6.67. I gave it a 5.45. Seth gave it a 4.43. So John, how'd that 6.72 match up for you?
Listen, if you don't like Connecticut tobacco from America, I really have to wonder, from an American cigar manufacturer, I really have to wonder if you're really an American. Like, where is your patriotism if you don't appreciate American tobacco from a really American cigar manufacturer?
Okay, Canadian cigar.
We do appreciate it. In fact, we have multiple options of it. And until you can start growing your own tobacco, shut it.
We actually grow our own tobacco.
We have Canadian Burley.
Cigarettes.
Canadian blonde tobacco out of Ontario.
Probably like when the smoke is made, it probably smells sorry in the air.
Yeah,
It does,
exactly.
yeah. It's by law, it has to.
Sorry,
Yeah.
cancer.
From a lawsuit in the 70s. One thing I
Cancer.
cancer. Sorry. One thing I didn't mention is I actually had a really quick smoking time, which quite surprised me. I had to double check my timing because I was like, "Am I missing an hour on this?" I smoked it in 1 hour and 38 minutes. And that's
Wow.
Dang.
yeah. I had to, like I said, I double checked. I'm like, was it 2 hours and 38 minutes? But no, it was 1 hour and 38 minutes. So I don't know what happened there. Because
Interesting.
I'm usually a slow smoker. Anyways, Jiunn, how does that score line up with you?
It's good. They make this in a bunch of other sizes, right? They
Oh,
have
yeah.
to.
My
Yeah,
God, yeah.
Okay.
I love this.
I kind of want to see what I think out of this. I mean, but there's so many good Connecticut shades out there for way cheaper, but this is really good. I liked it. So yeah, I hope to get more for free.
All right. Well, my 5.45 matches up well. Overall, it was an average flavor profile. Burn was a little bit of an issue, but the draw was good. So kind of gets it right down, kind of that middle ground. But yeah, price point's too high for me. All right, Seth, 4.43.
I didn't care for it. I haven't smoked a Diamond Crown in years, and this. I think I said it earlier. This smokes like those old school Connecticut's when I started smoking, which I didn't care for. because I was more gravitating to, this guy named Pepin was coming along. So it's like, hey, let's smoke his stuff. And so, but I appreciated Connecticut's more when they added a little bit more complexity and balance, I think, to the blend, which was, was this 95? Probably, I don't know, 13, 15 years after these Connecticut. So,
Sure.
I mean, it's super expensive. It's,
Yeah. Really expensive.
People still smoke them. I'd love to see smoking like a Robusto, just because that's probably going to be what,
Yeah.
$13 just to smoke the Robusto. And
I
then
paid $13 for a Robusto this.
I like that you had that canoe thing, Aaron.
Yeah.
It's always cool when that happens. You're like, how did this happen?
Let me see if I have a picture of it. I might have a picture of it I can even share, because I didn't share.
Oh yeah, we didn't show a picture of the
Dude,
cigar.
it's a big torpedo, and it's one of these things. When I was doing like the pre-light, it was like right when I got done writing the pre-light, I was like, man, this is a really big torpedo. And then I like put 2 and 2 together that this was out of control.
So I'll show this picture, but don't take it as everybody else obviously had a better burn than this, but I'll give you a little look-see as to what I experienced. And you can see the band at least and know what it looks like. Come on, where are you at? There you go. You able to see that?
Oh yeah,
whoa.
that's a good canoe.
That's a good little canoe.
So
that's the last Mohicans canoe right there.
Yeah.
Great movie, by the way.
Fantastic.
I'm surprised you just let it go. You don't touch it up.
I'm not
like
like super interested in bringing out the lighter after I let the cigar up. I let the cigar like try to figure itself out and correct itself. And I don't even think I touched it up right then. I probably let it get down to the band before I really did it. Because I just feel like the cigar sometimes can recover. Like sometimes you'll even get the burn where it comes around, and then you'll just have a piece of unburned wrapper there.
Yeah, it'll just fall
it'll
off.
make it.
And then
And
it falls
fine with
off.
that.
It's like
I'm fine with that. I don't care about that.
You get that little island of the tobacco that just
Exactly.
Yeah.
and
Exactly.
it
Then
blows
it
away like
burns a hole in your shirt.
Yeah.
like a candle in the wind. It just falls away.
Yeah. So,
but honestly, I think. Sorry, I was just gonna say people make too much out of touching it. Like I don't care if I have to occasionally do a touch up. Like to me, it's meaningless because it doesn't impact the flavor. It's relighting that impacts the flavor of this cigar. What?
Yeah, I mean, if I say I touch up a cigar in a review, it's because of something like that. It's not because there's an 1/8 of an inch off on a jagged burn. Like I don't want to bring the lighter out if I don't have to. It's because that happened, not no other reason.
Yeah.
So, and you'll see it in the pictures because you'll see like this big, dark burnt spot compared to the light gray ash for the rest of the cigar somewhere.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. All right. If you're just catching this video on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to us. We'll also check out the full written review on the website, developmentpalates.com. Follow us on social media channels, and you can catch all of our review recaps on podcasts, so iTunes, Google Play, and Podbean. Thank you for tuning in. We will catch you on the next one.
Diamond hands.